Alright, guys, welcome back. We are watching ReZero Season 3, Episode 3. Last time, well, Subaru died a whole bunch. I think it was the most times he's died, like, in a row, right? In one episode. Amelia and Sirius had quite the battle, and then Regulus showed up, which we cannot fight Regulus. We really can't fight Regulus. So if he really wants to take Amelia to marry him, like he said, there's nothing we can do to stop him. So rough, I guess. This doesn't feel like the kind of thing where like Subaru's just gonna die and undo this. Like maybe he will, but that won't really solve the problem because Regulus is very much, in my mind at least, kind of this immovable object, right? He's not something that we will be able to just slightly change the situation of events like Subaru could with Return by Death and prevent this from happening in the first place, you know? So this feels much more like a, problem we're gonna have to deal with somehow, right? I would like it if Subaru would stop dying. that would be nice. I feel like that can't be the answer, is to just die over and over and over again. But I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. We need all of our allies to assemble. That is for sure. So, we're watching episode 3. You can line down coffee up with this if you want to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Sure my volume's good. There we go. Indeed. Right, right. I'm sure, of course. You surely don't ask for much. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh my god, I really... Oh, yeah, how nice of you. Right, right. Ooh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. God. I see, I see. Uh-huh. And that's unacceptable, right? Subaru. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. That calmed him down. All right, all right. Could we have Amelia back? Maybe. I see. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Sirius does not feel the same way, huh? Subaru didn't just die to that, did he? Okay. Interesting. How did Regulus, like, exist? Like, God, he is ridiculous. Man. I was thinking about how, his whole thing about, just the way he acts, his whole thing about, like, people not encroaching on his rights and all, all that stuff, right? Um, it's very, it kind of reminds me in a way of, like, Sirius's whole thing about love. I think they're, like, opposing, I guess, which makes sense with how Sirius just attacked him, right? Hmm. Or maybe they're not opposing. Just the way Regulus thinks of it is different than the way Sirius thinks of it, I think. Hmm. I like this song. I didn't read the lyrics. I was gonna read the lyrics this time. I'll do it next time. I'll read some of them. Hmm. Okay, okay. What's up, O2? We're just over here at a nice bakery. Maybe. That sounds good, I guess. He's the one getting the snacks, huh? Ooh, what's... That looks... Oh, no. It's him. It's him. Gluttony. What's his name again? Ah, oh, they're all here. They're just all here, huh? Great, great. We're just starting, huh? Oh god. Is it just like a full-scale attack on the entire city? Like, oh god, Oto, buddy, we, gotta do something. Us. We. Interesting. Us and we, huh? Multiple people. Right. It just blows his breath and it all goes away. Would you let anything slide, ever? Right. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, okay, right, right, I'm sure. Oh. The treasure he gave me. I see, I see. Interesting. So, yeah, are they truly not on the same side, right? Just like how the witch's cult was, like, fractured back in the day. Hmm. With, Pedal Geese and Regulus, right? Oh, God. I don't think that's gonna do anything. He is invincible. Oh. And apparently it's like an area around him? Okay. Because Amelia's not getting hurt either. I don't think that's gonna do anything. Remember him practicing with the whip? Right, right. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Sure. Sounds cool. Oh. Let's go. He made him move slightly. It did not do anything, though. Oh. It really, like, affects him to use it. Okay. Oh my god. Regulus. Indeed. Your 79th one, right? Ooh. I see, I see. Does he even know that... Well, interesting. Is that really all there is to it? I guess. Oh. Found... What? Amelia? Did she not know that this was Amelia? She didn't know this was Amelia until they just said her name, right. Interesting. Oh no, it was from him using Invisible Providence. Okay, okay, never mind, never mind. Literally. Yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. Interesting. Oh, don't talk about that. It's wow, that's pretty. Yeah, great, good, 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 good. Oh, gave her her name. I see. And she certainly does have a different name than if she is Fortuna, right? Hmm. Oh. No more waiting. No more waiting at all. Ooh. So different, right? Her attitude. I mean, it's like, seems like true wrath to me now. Ah, time. Crystal things. We haven't really solved the situation at all. Oh, he is still her illicit lover, huh? Oh, God. Great! Right. Good. Oh, God. Like, what is this guy? Right, right. She can heal him, okay. Oh, yeah, they all... Ugh. Did she get hurt too? No, okay. That's interesting that she didn't, actually. Ooh. Pain is proof we have life. Interesting. Love before life, basically. Okay. Okay. God. Oh. Oh. What do we do? What do we do? Man. Okay, Garfield. I gotta lock in. Right. What happened after you saw your mother? You just went and hung out with her? Hmm. No way. Interesting. Did he tell her that he is her son? I'm sure. Gorgeous tiger. Hmm. Oh, does he... Oh, but you just knew? You just knew? Oh, God. Man. Her attitude reminds me of Garfield's, kinda. Right, right. I'm sure. Oh, I see. Certainly not their father, right? Okay, interesting. Does he feel he feels like there's no room for him, right? Like he's not, because I mean literally, right? Oh, Elsa, huh? A real tiger. Oh, it has to be so. Okay, interesting. God, it has to hurt so bad that she's still alive. Oh, man. Does he... I don't know. How is it related to his feelings about all the Elsa stuff? And, like, his insecurities, I guess. It kind of was. He's gonna say no, right? Oh, something about his mother. Interesting. No. That's not answering the question. That is what they say. Interesting. Okay. Hmm. Please do. Please do. Oh, she lost her memory. Okay, just like Krush, I assume, right? Oh, okay. Right. After she left the sanctuary. Yeah. But she wasn't dead. Oh, yeah. Hmm. I see. Okay. Nowhere to go. Nothing, no memories. Yeah. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, can he tell? I mean, he looks at Garfield. He can see his green eyes, blonde hair. Yeah. He's... Oh, what is Garfield gonna say? Right? I don't think he wants nothing to do with her. Yeah, no. Interesting. Yeah. Huh. Okay. God. Oh. Those are all for him. Does he even want to eat them, though? I wonder. Oh, God. Man. Yeah. I don't know. You can cry. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to cry. Come on. It's literally. It has to feel so... Oh, I don't even know. Certainly so, yes. But what does that mean, right? What does that mean? God. Sure, I guess. Whoa, whoa. Oh, man. I don't even... Yeah, it's like it's even worse, right? It's like it's even worse, than her just being dead, right? It's so much worse, honestly, right? And his own feelings about it. It's not her fault that she has lost her memories, obviously, right? And whatever feelings he has about that, about the fact that she has this new family and everything, you know, it's all just because she lost her memory, right? But I don't know. You don't have a mom, huh? Oh, wow. Interesting. That is very similar almost to like feelings Garfield had about himself. In terms of it like being his fault in some way. But Mimi doesn't feel like that, right? Not at all. It's impossible for her to have negative feelings, clearly. Oh, not at all. Not at all. No. That's not Liliana. Oh, it's okay. Capella Emirata Lugunica-chan Sama? Was that what she said? What are you? Oh, there's more. How many are there? Oh, God. Oh, God. Right, right. What's up, Al? Ooh, I wonder if this is our new respawn point. Yeah, so many people injured. I bet she's exhausted. I bet she's been healing people. I thank you. Thank you, Ferris. Thank you. I guess, right? Last time when he broke his gate after Ferris healed it so much. Thank you. I know, she's dead. Oh, it's actually is worse, huh? I see. Oh, it's kind of like Subaru in a way. Very. Old Beatrice would never. Okay. Do we have a mana potion? I don't think those exist. Thank you. Oh, I love you so much, Ferris. Oh, man. Literally, right? You're injured. It's not time to. We learned about this, right? Can't take everything on your own shoulders. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I bet. Oh, is that already the end of the episode? What the hell? Oh, I see. Council of 10. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, two of them. And then there's a third and a fourth. And then... Oh, yeah, because they all heard the broadcast, right. Oh, God. What would the Archbishop of Lust even do? Hmm. Oh, wow, they're really putting on a show, huh? Interesting. What is the purpose of all of this? Yeah, do they just want to kill everyone? Is that their goal? I guess it's a very big bargaining chip. Laguna. Her last name is Lagunica? Yeah. Oh, God, what happened to Oto with Gluttony? Okay. There is a lot at risk here. Oh, the witch's remains. Which witch? Which witch? Which witch? Right. Oh, the something was a witch. I see. Which one? Interesting. Can I figure out which one? Like, is there any kind of connection? I don't know. Oh, no way. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God. I hope... Oh, God. I am worried. Garfield could so easily... Well, I don't know. Ooh. Grabs the crystal. Of course he has to, right? Right, right. God, that was like such a good episode. That was such a good episode. Okay, we're gonna watch the break time. Oops, what did I just like? Hello. Okay, let's watch the break time. Oh God, what is happening? Chomp of love and passion. Do I have subtitles on? Yes. Okay. Hmm. What thing? Garfield is the thing. Oh, there. That was easy. I feel like Mimi likes everyone, though. Indeed, indeed. He's the strongest, of course. What could that possibly mean? Thank you. Thank you, Mimi. Beautiful. Perfect guardian, gorgeous tiger. Hmm. Too hard to say. You just gotta say Garf. Sure, true. That's kind of a backhanded thing to say. But, like, thank you. It is. It is a very good name. And nothing wrong with that. It's literally, that's what I've been saying since she showed up. Whoa. She's dead. No. God, she really is something, huh? The rumble, rumble, baying of passion. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about the episode. Okay, let's talk about the episode. That was just a really, really good episode. I really liked it. God, the stuff with Garfield, I'm really enjoying it. Stuff with Garfield. I gotta apologize to Mimi, right? I've been hard on Mimi for a while. She looks creepy, but I'll excuse that, okay? I like her. I enjoy her presence. Okay. I can admit that much now, right? I like how she is the most optimistic person ever. It's like the idea of a negative thought ever entering her head is unthinkable, right? I enjoy her presence. She's nice. She's nice. Um so we got four sin archbishops now in the city, right? We got wrath, we got greed, we got gluttony, we got lust. What else even is there? Right? What are the other ones again? We've already dealt with Petal Geese. That was Sloth, right? And I guess there won't be a new Sloth because Subaru, I guess we don't really know how the like authority witch factor stuff like works. We kind of don't know anything about it, frankly, right? But I'm just assuming there isn't going to be another Sloth that we have to deal with, right? What else? Envy and pride. Well, we know there's no pride, right? Because Petalgeese was talking about pride, right? Would there even be an envy? I don't know, right? Because that's tied up with Satella and all of that, you know. So I don't know. This might just be all of them. We might just have all of them here right now, right? I don't know. Maybe, right? Regulus is ridiculous, right? Regulus is just ridiculous. I do think his attitude about yeah, I don't ask much of others, right. His attitude towards other people that is always so focused on, yeah, this idea of common courtesy and people not violating his rights and all of this. It feels in some way related to the way that Sirius like acts with her idea of love being like perfect understanding, right? Like literally enforcing that through like her weird power, right? Making it so everyone literally experiences the same feelings and stuff. Regulus isn't like that, obviously. He doesn't have any power that allows him to do that, right? And he is so self-centered in terms of his whole, the way he acts. He always tries to justify like what he does. Like when Sirius attacked him, and he said he went down this long train of logic. We will get to it in a second about how he would, how he has the right to take revenge and attack her back, and all of this stuff, right? I guess he views all of it in this very like transactional way. And maybe that makes sense with him being the Archbishop of Greed, right? How that, greed makes me think of like money, right? Trading, that kind of stuff, right? It's almost like his idea of greed is he's very greedy in terms of like interacting with other people, right? In terms of like, I don't know, social currency. Like that's probably not the way you use that term. But you know what I mean, right? How he doesn't want anyone to take anything from him by denying his rights or whatever. That's what he always says, Which is it's very interesting. He always wants it to be like a fair trade, I suppose. That's how he views it. I think the way that he like misconstrues everything to like make it fit that, right? Like for himself. It always ends up being the better outcome for him, right? Because he kind of always ignores the first step, which is he himself is being crazy, right? Like he is the one who has shown up to kidnap Amelia, and of course, he just says that if anyone tries to stop him, then they're infringing upon his rights as a person and all of this, But he is the one who is infringing on other people's rights by doing this in the first place, if he wants to view it like that. So it's very focused on himself and all of that. I guess that's I don't know. I guess I don't know how I connect that to Sirius's idea of like perfect understanding between each other. Um, I guess it's like if everyone did perfectly understand each other, uh, there would never be this kind of like conflict in interest that Regulus always feels like he is so focused on, right? Whenever there is any kind of conflict, anyone tells him what to do, anyone tries to do anything that is contrary to what he wants, right? He's very greedy in that way. Um, that's when there's always a problem, right? He always has to get his way, I guess, right? And he views that as like his God-given rights. And that wouldn't happen, I suppose, if everyone perfectly understood each other. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? I don't know. I just think it's interesting, right? It's interesting too how Sirius and Regulus have this like opposing conflict between them in this episode. How like Sirius even says like it's like I mean Subaru even says it's like they're not on the same side, right? Which could very much be true, perhaps. I can't imagine Regulus working for or with anyone, right? For one, because like we saw, like when Pandora was talking to him and like said like, "Oh, maybe you shouldn't be crazy." He killed her, right? Like it is impossible for him to work for or with anyone at all, right? So I wonder, is he just his own entity, basically outside of the witch's cult entirely, right? Because if the witch's cult has any kind of structure to it that's like hierarchical in any way, right? There's someone giving the orders at the top or anything. Our Regulus cannot work within that at all, right? Like I can't even imagine Regulus like reading the gospel and like doing what it says. If I feel like if the gospel said anything, he would say that that is a breaking his human rights. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's very interesting. He's so weird compared to the other archbishops. I you know not even to talk about how he's so like overwhelmingly powerful compared to them too. It seems like he could just snap his fingers and kill all of the other ones instantly. He's so much stronger than all of them. But I guess as I say all of this idea that it would be impossible for him to work with the other archbishops, we know that he has and that he does, right? He certainly did in the first episode of season 2 when they showed up and they ambushed Krush and Rem and everyone, right? So he certainly has before. So it could just be a broader conflict within the witch's cult itself, which is kind of what we saw in the past, and Mia's memories with Betelgeuse and Regulus and Pandora and all that, right? So I wonder. It's still just such a mystery what the witch's cult even wants and what they're doing and everything, right? I gave you my name first thing, didn't I? It's the first step towards getting closer to someone. That's why I gave you my name first. You get it, don't you? Most people would catch a clue. Not doing so is a denial of your conversation partner's character. It's a violation of someone's rights. A violation of my rights is a rational, unselfish person. I would not describe you as such at all. I would not describe him as unselfish. How can he view himself as unselfish? I guess it's because he justifies everything he ever does as the other person did something to deny him his rights in the first place, right? God, it's an entirely natural degree of consideration that makes our world nicer. Thank you for your wonderful opinion. That's very interesting, right? Subaru thanking him. I mean, Regulus thanking Subaru for his opinion, right? He didn't give an opinion, but him saying that is interesting because that's very contrary to Sirius too. If Sirius had her way and everyone perfectly understood each other, there'd be no opinions, there'd be no conflicting views, there'd be nothing like that, right? Which we kind of talked about that last episode, right? How I think that's what makes relationships meaningful in the first place, right? And Sirius blows them up, just tries to kill them, but that's not gonna work because Regulus is invincible. How do we deal with Regulus, right? How will we ever? I have to assume Reinhard could beat him. I have to assume, right? I don't know how else we would ever deal with him, right? Um, he seemed unless there's some kind of catch. There's some kind of catch to his powers. We don't understand how his powers work at all, right? It just seems like he is completely invincible and he can throw a grain of sand at you and you explode into a bloody mist, right? So I don't know. I don't know how we will ever deal with him, or how even Reinhard could deal with him. Oto's the one who's got to buy all the snacks. And here is Gluttony. God, he says his name. I keep forgetting his name. It's like he has a very long, a long last name. But this seems like we're just openly slaughtering people. That seems like just a takeover of the whole city, right? We're the Sin Archbishop of the Witch Cult representing Gluttony. Lai Batan Kaitos. Right. Lai Batan Kaitos. The pronouns that he uses for himself are plural, right? He says, we are this, us. That's interesting. I don't really know what to think of that. What it immediately makes me think and wonder is we know that Gluttony eats people's names and memories. I wonder if in some way, when he does that, if they become a part of him in some way, right? Maybe that's too far out there, but that would be interesting to me if that is why. I don't know. Anyway, Sirius attacks Regulus. And he doesn't really care. I know you're messed up in the head, so I might be willing to let some things slide. But it's only natural to be angry when you hurt someone I love. Actually, you know what? God, do I still have season 2 episode 1 downloaded? I don't think I do. I don't think I do at all. I'm actually feeling like there's no way. There's no way that the gluttony that we saw in season 2 episode 1 had a different name, did they? Because now that I think about it, and maybe I'm completely crazy, this character I mean, I might be completely gaslighting myself right now. I might be completely gaslighting myself right now. But this is the same person, right? They certainly, their mouth and face and everything looks the same that I remember. I mean, it was a long time ago that we watched season 2, episode 1, right? This is the same person, right? It's not like we're saying there were multiple Sin Archbishops of Gluttony, right? Maybe I'm crazy? I don't know. No, because I swear to God, that last name is the same, right? Because I remember them having a name like this. It's just the first name that I'm like, was that their name back in season 2, episode 1? Was it Lai Batan Kaitos? If it was, I mean, I might just be crazy. I mean, they would have to be like brothers or something, right? They would have to have the same last name if that is what is going on here. I'm sure that will all be cleared up shortly if I'm just being dumb or something. Anyway, Sirius attacks Regulus. It's only natural to be angry when you hurt someone I love. Everyone has that right, which is why it's only natural that I have the right to get revenge. Right, of course. His line of logic right there kind of shows, how flawed his logic is every time he thinks something like this. Because he just thought about how she's really messed up in the head, so he isn't really that mad, but then he ends up justifying his ability to get revenge anyway, right? So it's like no possible excuse could exist for him to not want to get revenge anyway, even if there is like a factor that makes it, you know. So, yeah, yeah. That wrath belongs to me. It's the treasure he gave to me. There's so many more lines in this episode from Sirius that makes me like positive that she has to be Fortuna, right? Or if she isn't Fortuna, then she is in some way um something that is like Fortuna. You know what I mean? Like I guess I just don't even know what the words to say of what I think she could be are, but in some way representative of like what Petalgeese was to Fortuna. And she was made like in that image in some way, right? She doesn't have to literally be Fortuna, I suppose. But she is certainly like if Petalgeese could make like a, you know, a, a a something, right? Make a person, right? That was in some way representative of his feelings for Fortuna after he lost his mind. I can imagine that being serious, right? But I don't know. I don't know. Gonna save Tina, but ooh, God, look at this. This is crazy, right? So it's not just him, it's like this area around him that is invincible, alongside, you know, Amelia that he's holding is completely fine after this, right? Which is very interesting. One thing is that every time he's invincible like this, he does always stand still, which I wonder if that is part of his power, right? The fact that he always has to stand still, you know, to be invincible like this. I don't know. I don't know. It just feels so weird that his authority, this authority of greed, is so much more powerful than all of the other ones we've seen. So much stronger, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Subaru and Beatrice try. They do some crazy dimensional shit here. I just don't even know what this means. It's a totally original spell that separates us from the world by half a step. What does that mean? I don't know. Some weird, like, multi-dimensional thing, I guess. He uses invisible providence, and he hits Regulus. Hey, that's big, right? He hits him, right? He, you know, it doesn't do anything, but he moves him slightly. But Subaru, yeah, he gets some kind of like negative drawback for using invisible providence, which is interesting. You shouldn't need anyone to teach you to be nice to girls. God, yeah, I don't think Regulus has ever been nice to anyone. Gonna make her my wife. Her name is Amelia, huh? What a perfect name for a lovely girl like her. What do you see in her that makes you call her your bride? Her face. She has a pretty face. That's all that matters when it comes to love, isn't it? So I don't know what to think about this. I don't know what to think about this. Because, like, unless it was just Petalgeese that cared about Amelia at all, and none of the other witches' cult cares about her at all, which is possible, right? Like, maybe, right? So Amelia just doesn't matter to the witches' cult, and it was just Petalgeese who cared about her. Sure, I can imagine that, right? But it's still weird to me that Regulus sees her, who looks just like Satella. When it seems like the witches' cult is so focused on Satella, right? That seems like such a big thing for them. That's why they're called the witches' cult, right? He sees her, who looks just like her, and he doesn't think anything about it other than, oh, she just has a pretty face. I guess, right? Does he not know that this is the same Amelia from back then, right? With all that, right? Because Pandora certainly knew that there was something special about Amelia and the seal, and that's why Petalgeese was here. Petalgeese knew there was something special with Amelia and was doing something with the seal. And Regulus was around back then, so he knew there was something important about the seal, and by extension, I assume, Amelia. But now he doesn't care at all? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. I really don't. You're better off dead. Yeah, probably. Probably. And Sirius is really happy, really excited that she saw Invisible Providence. Yeah, that Petal Geese is back. Petal Geese, indeed. Hmm. I love her attitude towards him. She just like blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, no, you can't give this guy orders. Get it through your head that it's creepy to just take someone's family name and use your blind devotion as an excuse. That is interesting. In a way that's a violation of Petal Geese's rights. That is such an interesting thing for him to say. Was there ever a real connection between Pelagis and Fortuna? Well, all she says is that they loved each other because they made eye contact a few times a day, which, like, I don't know. When I very nervously stole something of his, he didn't scold me. What would she have stolen from him, right? He forgave me for slurping up the last of his food, and I inhaled his exhaled breath. He didn't say a word. He gave me my name. He smiled for me. Saying that he gave her her name is, confirms, of course, that her name now must be different than it was at some point, right? Or that he, like, literally created her in some way. Which, like, I don't know. I don't know, right? But either way, if she is Fortuna, then yeah, it makes sense she has a different name now, right? Sure. For no one but me. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, no more being patient. No more being patient, huh? She's certainly being wrathful now, right? I wonder if that's where her whole idea about love and understanding comes from. Is it's this way for her to quell like the wrath within herself, you know? Maybe, maybe. It's about time, huh? Break time is over. Be grateful for my faithfulness to the gospel. See, he says that. He does say that, right? So I guess he does put some stock into the gospel for sure. Of course. He's part of the witch's cult. That's just so hard for me to imagine, you know. He's inviting Subaru to the wedding. That sounds good. And then he kicks a rock at him and obliterates his leg, which is less nice. And everyone gets injured horribly, unfortunately. Neither even, I suppose, for his rudeness. My beloved pedal geese would say, pain is proof we have life, and life exists to be proof of love. That is very interesting, that life exists for the purpose of love. Huh. Very interesting. I'll leave him with you for now. I must prioritize the Gospel's orders after all. So they're all just following the Gospel's orders, right? Whatever we're doing here. Sure, sure. Whatever their purpose in this city is. God. So what do we do? How are we going to get Amelia back? We got the Avengers are here, right? We have every character here who could possibly do anything about it, right? Surely every single person that we know, who are all here, can match up to Regulus, right? Surely, surely. That is all that I can hope. Okay. So we're here to Garfield now. We finally get to see what happened after he saw his mother. Man, so okay. How does he feel? How does he feel seeing his mother still alive, right? So one, I think it's way worse. I think it hurts so much more for him to see his mother still alive and see that she forgot him, right? I think that hurts him so much because he had come to terms with her death and all of this, right? It's like he was able to, all of that stuff, you know. And now he sees that she's still alive and she's forgotten him. He probably like it probably hurts him that he feels hurt by that. You know, he feels like he shouldn't even feel that. You know, the fact that she has this new family, she's lost her memories, all of this. You know, that he rejects like seeing her again, that he just wants to leave. All of this, he feels like there's like no place for him. It's like all of those feelings that led to him like blaming himself for her death and all of that in the first place, right? Uh God, I it just has to be it has to be even worse now because now he sees her alive and so happy without him. Oh, I just can't even. There's just so many negative ways you can take it. There's so many negative ways you can take it, you know. And I don't know. I feel so bad for him. I feel so bad for him. She lost her memories. I wonder. I mean, was it gluttony? Right? Was it just? That's kind of what I have to assume. Right? Was it was the Archbishop of Gluttony that took her memories? The landslide was true. The landslide did happen, and she was found under a landslide with her memories lost, but also had no memories. So I don't know. I don't know. She gives him tea. She knew right away what he would like. God. Because really, the way I would want Garfield to be able to take this is just a blessing that his mother is still alive, and that he could try and salvage some kind of relationship with her. Is would it be a good idea for him to tell her that he is her son from before she lost her memories? Maybe he could, right? Would there be something wrong with doing that? I don't really think so, right? I think if anything, I think him having this hesitancy, not wanting to do so, makes sense because he sees how happy she is now. It's like he has this lingering regret and feeling that in some way it was his fault originally, right? Because like, we flash back to that scene, her saying that she's doing it for him to try and to bring back their father and all of this so they can all live happily together, right? That's how he feels about it. So it's like, can he risk that, right? That's how he feels about it. Can he risk entering her life again, right? Does he deserve to even have a mother, essentially, Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there would be any problem with him doing that, right? With him being like, yeah, I'm your son, right? She might be grateful for it to be able to have some connection to her memories from before, right? To know, she seems like a great person. She seems like such a good person. I can't imagine her having a negative reaction to it at all, right? But it's just the emotional hurdle for Garfield. He has to be willing to do that for himself. He has to think that he deserves it and that it would be a good thing. Man, because he sees her with these new children and a new husband and all of this, and it's like, and he just thinks of how it ended for him, right? That it's almost like her previous life really did end there, right? For Garfield, she did die on that day. Her memories were lost, all of this. Hmm. Looks like we ain't welcome here. Guess we ought to get going. Man, whatever, we don't know her name, do we? Her daughter? Garfield's half-sister, right? We don't know her name, but she seems very similar to Garfield, to me, right? Her attitude. Hmm. Say, every guest shows hospitality and so worry, after all. Oh, God. And here is him, her husband. He's not their father, of course, right? Not Garfield and Frederica's father, right? I wonder if he is still out there somewhere, right? I don't know. I don't know. But he leaves. He must feel such conflicting feelings. And then here's the question, right? He has these insecurities about his own strength, like uh, his own like value and worth as a person, basically. Um, that I guess there's different angles of it, right? There's these insecurities that come from his own strength, his ability to protect the people he cares about, right? That like this ghost of Elsa like taunts him about, right? Because that's kind of like what he felt about with like the sanctuary and everything, right? That he had to be strong enough to protect everyone from the outside world, all of this. Um, and it's like his battle with Elsa, I think, kind of, like that was such a moment where he had to protect Frederica. He had to have her back and all of this. It feels like it really opened up his insecurities in that way, right? Just because he defeated Elsa doesn't mean at all that's like cured in any sense, right? And I guess it's because it's all tied back to like those feelings he had about the sanctuary and the outside world back then. That's kind of how those things are related, right? The ghost of Elsa, the insecurities about his strength, his ability to protect the people he cares about, and like him feeling like he can't reclaim a relationship with his mother, right? That he doesn't deserve it, that he's not strong enough, I guess, right? Running away in fear, right? He's afraid to form a connection with her. Yeah, yeah. A real tiger would be ashamed. Man, thank God we have Mimi. My wife told me you two saved our son. So he asks her, or he asks him, sorry, about her, about his mother's name. Hmm. Risha was her name, apparently. Oresia. And I wonder if he can tell, right? If he can tell that Garfield is obviously her son, right? Like, look at him, right? Like, look at him, right? He must be able to. He must know. At least there's some kind of familial connection between them, but I don't know. Yeah, she lost her memory. This big rock slide. Oh, I promise I'll bring your father back. Just wait here until then. Yeah, and he. Hmm. And it seems like she's happy now, right? And it's just, I think that's what Garfield doesn't want to. He doesn't think that his connection to her is worth like risking that, I guess, right? The happiness that she does have now, right? 'Cause that's why he rejects it. That's why he says he has nothing to do with her, right? Which, like, yeah, yeah, no. I want him to not say that. That's what I hope. That's what I hope we do over this. Whatever further happens in the season, that is what I want. I want him to be able to form some kind of connection to her, right? Gives him the snacks. You gonna cry? Of course, he can cry right now. Like, come on, you gotta learn how to cry, please. What the hell? Is she actually my mom? She sure is, but introducing myself that way won't do any good. I guess, right? I guess. It's such a crazy coincidence, right? Such a crazy coincidence. And Mimi's in love with him. Thank you. She's so god. She's actually great. Oh man. Why did you forget about me? Yeah. Oh, God. Rough. Rough. Are you sure you don't want to go see her? He doesn't want to, yeah. Mimi doesn't have a mom, so she doesn't get it. I think this is interesting, right? That Mimi, again, Mimi has an inability to have negative feelings ever. So she says this so happily that she doesn't have a mom that ditched her because raising triplets was hard work, right? Um, I wonder how Garfield takes that. That's interesting, right? He smiles about it, certainly. It's like he wants to feel like he can just be the same, but I feel like that's sad, right? It's sad either way to not have a mother, to feel like that it's strong for him to reject that, to reject having a mother. I don't want to think of it like that at all, you know? I'm one pathetic guy. I don't think it's pathetic at all to want to have a mother, to want to have a connection to her. Certainly not. Anyway, now we get an announcement from the Sin Archbishop of the Witch Cult representing Lust, Capella Emerata Lagunica Chan Sama. The last name is Lagunica, which, like, what does that mean? Right? What does that mean? She's royalty? Like, what are we, like, maybe, right? That's certainly a very royal sounding name. Get on your knees, grovel, soil yourselves, and cry out like sad little wretches before me. Meat scraps. Great. She's got, like, scary looking teeth, kinda. Lust. Let's talk about lust, I guess, right? And her attitude there, which I think you can kind of, connect to it, to my interpretation of it, probably, right? So I guess lust is like desire, right? It's like very, very strong desire, I suppose. um she, just from her attitude right here, she thinks of herself as very special. She thinks of herself as someone that, yeah, that everyone else is a sad little wretch other than her. All of this, everyone should like desire her, I suppose, right? um it's another thing that I feel like can kind of relate to like the idea of envy, right? Like lust and desire, all of that feels like closely related concepts to envy to me, right? To be envious, you are probably experiencing desire for what another person has, right? Which is interesting how it's like every sin you can kind of connect to envy in a way, can't you? It's almost like that's like the core of all sins in a way, is envy, you know? Anyway, though, can we try and predict Capella here? Can we try and predict her powers in any way? I wonder. Something to do with the idea of desire, maybe turning your desires against you, maybe something like that, perhaps, right? Who knows? Who knows? I wonder, does she have her own desires, maybe? Perhaps? I guess we'll have to see. We get like nothing of her so far. So who knows? Who knows? Subaru wakes up in this bed. I wonder if this is a new respawn point, if we can't go back and redo everything now, right? Probably, right? Probably. I assume so. It seems like Amelia being taken is not something we could just go over and try again, right? I'm glad that it doesn't even enter Subaru's mind to kill himself and to just try fixing it again, right? Because I don't know if that would be a good idea. He gets up. He wants to do everything, right? He kind of, yeah, I can't blame him, right? He kind of falls back into the idea that, like, yeah, we got to go do all this stuff. I have to go and do all this stuff, right? Like it's all on me. I got to get up. I got to do things. Ferris shuts him down by poking his wound. Which is great. No, actually, right? He has his own needs too. He has wounds. He can't do everything. He cannot do everything by himself, and that is he's learned that, right? He has learned that. He knows that there are people he can rely on, and that's what he's gonna do. That is what he's going to do. And Ferris is here, thank God. So yeah, Beatrice is exhausted. She's in a coma, if anything. She needs mana badly. Can we give her mana from someone? Luzbel went up to Al and asked for help. Interesting. He reminds me of Subaru in some way, honestly. Just like his him being willing to like tie himself up and all of that for Tina and all of that. Just like his attitude, everything. It's interesting. Yeah, Beatrice was running around healing everyone. Mana exhausted. She needs mana. This is the time to be moping around. I have to lay down and do nothing, is what you're going to be doing, Subaru. Literally. Sorry, I wasn't thinking straight there. Thank you. I'm so glad that he's just able to discard it so well, right? Thank you too, Al. On the other hand, I was expecting you to thank me. Thank you. So up we go to discuss our plans. So the witch cult has taken over the entire city, right? We've taken over the entire city. We talk about how they could flood the whole city. That's kind of like they kind of have that as like a card, and it's a very strong negotiating tactic, is the fact that they could kill probably a few 100,000 people instantly if they wanted to by flooding the city, right? What do they actually want to do? What is their purpose in being here, right? What are they? Because I don't think it's just to kill a few thousand people for fun, right? What are they doing? I have no idea. I really have no idea. Is it all just for Regulus to take Amelia as his wife, right? Is that the whole point? It doesn't really seem like it. It seems like Sirius doesn't care about that at all. But I guess they're just all following the gospel, right? So it's just whatever the gospel says. Does the gospel even give them a reason, or does it just say, you will all do this now? So they're here to do all of this? Ah, I don't know. I just don't know, right? So, Mr. Kiritaka runs this place. He's part of Pristila's Council of 10, the 10 most important people in the city. I will keep that. I will keep that in mind. People are evacuating, which is good, which is good. And yeah, all of the archbishops are here. Oh, man. Taking the 4 control towers as well. Yeah, so they put the flags on them, basically specifically to like broadcast the idea that yeah, they could flood the whole city if they wanted to, right? Like they could do it and kill everyone, right? But what's the purpose? Again, it's like if they're using that as like a negotiation tactic, it's almost like a hostage situation, which the hostage is everyone in the entire city. For what purpose? What are they trying to get? What are they trying to do with it? Hmm. Entire city of Pristella will be submerged in an instant. Oh, yeah, we got lust, we got wrath, we got greed, we got gluttony. They didn't even know. I mean, what happened to Otto? What's going on with gluttony? What's happening with all that too, right? Oh god. Thanks to the disaster management measures prepared for potential floods, the chaos has been incredibly contained. That's good. They've taken shelter, right? Hopefully we can have as few losses as possible. This is definitely a situation where there's gonna be so many deaths, I feel like. There already are, right? I assume some people probably died, have their leg explode already. Maybe not, but it's gonna be hard if we want to get through the situation with no losses. I don't know if that is possible, right? Where's Julius? We need Julius here. He is gonna be a big deal for us, I hope. So the whole city was built to trap a witch, apparently, right? It was all flooded to kill a witch back in the day. What witch would that be, right? What witch would that possibly be? Are there any witches that I can connect to the idea of being drowned? I don't really think so, right? We don't already know that one of them died from drowning, right? I don't think we did back when we hung out with all the witches all the time in season 2. Oh, maybe we did though. For some reason that seems familiar to me, but I might be insane. I guess ignoring all like anything else, ignoring anything the story has told me. For some reason my mind goes to like Sekhmet, the idea of like sloth and just laying around, right? That feels like the kind of it just makes me think of the idea of just sinking into water and drowning, right? But I don't know. I don't know. But the witch's remains are apparently still in the city, and I assume that's what the Witches' Cult is after, right? They want to find those remains, I guess, right? And maybe that's what this is all about, right? Maybe the 10 important people of the city or whatever, the council, know where those remains are, and that's kind of what this is all about. They're trying to get them to tell them. That would make sense. I guess that would make sense. But in that case, it feels like it kind of ruins the idea of them flooding the whole city. Because if they flooded the whole city, I assume there's no chance of them ever finding those remains, right? And what do they want to do with the remains, right? Echidna's remains were important, because they were used as like the catalyst for the spell on the sanctuary. Which it makes you wonder. It's like, what could the other witches' remains? What meaning and power could they have, right? Interesting, interesting. And Garfield runs into his mother yet again. Children are missing. Garfield's got to save them, right? It feels very God, it feels very interesting. He's preventing it from happening again, basically preventing her new family from being like split up in the same way that theirs was, right, before. Oh, he grabs his necklace, Man, he's really got his own thing he's really got to do, right? Yeah, yeah, gorgeous tiger. Man, that was a good episode. That was such a good episode. I really liked that one. I love Garfield. I love him. He's a very good character. All of his, I don't know. Very good. Very good. Okay, well, we made good time there. I feel like that was a good discussion. We got it all covered, huh? It was a good one. Okay. I suppose that is it. So, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I will see you in the next one.